The Boston Red Sox are teetering on the edge of playoff glory. Imagine the roar of Fenway Park if they lock in their postseason berth as early as Thursday night. As a passionate sports fan, you know that feeling of anticipation, and this could be the moment Boston baseball fans have been dreaming about. But here's where it gets controversial. With odds soaring to nearly 100%, is this team truly ready to compete? Or are we setting ourselves up for heartbreak? Let's dive into the details and see how the Red Sox might just punch their ticket to October baseball. Written by Matt Geegan, a seasoned sports producer at CBS Boston, who's been immersed in the world of Boston sports for nearly 2 decades. He transitioned to digital coverage in 2012, capturing every thrilling victory and those gut-wrenching defeats along the way. For more on his journey, check out his full bio. Updated, September 25, 2025, 6:38 a.m. EDT, CBS Boston, CBS News Live. Picture this, the Boston Red Sox could officially secure their place in the MLB playoffs by Thursday evening. In fact, they might already have that coveted spot locked in before even stepping onto the field against the Toronto Blue Jays. Thanks to Garrett Crochet's masterful performance. A complete game gem that propelled Boston to a convincing 7-1 victory over Toronto on Wednesday. And the Oakland Athletics' late-night triumph against the Houston Astros. The Red Sox's magic number has dwindled to just 1. For those new to baseball lingo, a magic number is simply the total of wins needed by your team plus losses by the competition to clinch a spot. It's like a countdown to celebration. The Red Sox have 2 straightforward paths to clinch on Thursday. If the Athletics manage to defeat the Astros, if the Red Sox themselves come out on top against the Blue Jays, the A's and Astros face off at 3:35 p.m. on Thursday, meaning that matchup should conclude well before the Red Sox aim for a series sweep in Toronto at 7:07 p.m. Houston will rely on Framber Valdez, 12-11, 3.75 ERA, to anchor their pitching, while Oakland counters with JT Ginn, 4-6, 4.57 ERA. On Boston's side, Brian Bello, 11-8, 3.34 ERA, takes the mound, and Toronto sends out Lewis Varland as their starter. Note that Shane Bieber, originally slated for Thursday, has been bumped to Friday. And this is the part most people miss. If the Red Sox do clinch, it marks their first postseason appearance since 2021, a drought that's felt like an eternity for die-hard fans. Imagine the excitement of returning to the big stage after such a wait. Diving into the Red Sox playoff standings, they're currently sitting at 87-71 for the season, holding the number 2 wild card position in the American League. This gives them a comfortable 2-game cushion over the Detroit Tigers, the current number 3 wild card, and a 3-game edge on the Astros, who are scrambling with just 4 games left. Boston's playoff chances have skyrocketed to 99.6% following Wednesday's AL results, according to Fangraphs. That's almost a sure thing, but remember, baseball can throw curveballs even at this stage. Yet, the question of who they'll face remains a tantalizing mystery. The Yankees edged out the White Sox on Wednesday, pushing their record to 90-68 and tying them with the Blue Jays for the top of the American League East. Toronto claims the division lead due to their head-to-head wins over New York. Boston trails both by 3 games. Technically, the Red Sox could still snatch the division title, but they'd need to sweep their remaining games, 1 more against Toronto and 3 at home versus Detroit. While the Yankees and Blue Jays stumble in theirs, the road to the number 1 wild card is equally steep for Boston. As the number 2 wild card, the Red Sox would head on the road to face the top wild card team. Right now, that might mean a challenging series in New York against the Yankees, but depending on how the East shakes out, they could find themselves back in Toronto for a rematch with the Blue Jays. If they slip to number 3, they'd likely square off against the American League Central winner. Currently, that points to the scorching hot Cleveland Guardians, who hold a 1-game lead over the faltering Tigers. It seems inevitable that the Red Sox will secure their playoff spot in the next day or 2, setting up road games against potential heavyweights like the Yankees, Blue Jays, Guardians, or Tigers. With just 4 days left in the regular season, plenty can still shift. but Thursday offers a golden opportunity for Boston to make it official. Major League Baseball Boston Red Sox. Matthew Geegan is a sports producer for CBS Boston. He has been part of the WBZ sports team for nearly 20 years. He moved over to the web in 2012 and has covered all the highs and a few lows in Boston sports. What do you think? Is the Red Sox high playoff probability a sign of true dominance, or just a statistical illusion that could lead to disappointment? And here's a controversial take. Some argue that clinching early might actually hurt a team's momentum by taking the pressure off. Do you agree or disagree? Share your opinions in the comments below. Let's debate.